Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I will be sharing with you my minimalist wardrobe. So I've sort of been diving into minimalism for the past 3 years. It was 2017 when I started looking into minimalism. I just had this realization that I had too much stuff. There was a lot of clothing especially that I owned that I just didn't love and I really didn't wear it. So I heard of the concept of minimalism and I pretty much got rid of all of my stuff. I didn't really look into other people's experiences or tips and tricks that they learned, so that's why I really wanted to share that with you all today. So some of the things that I wished that I knew before diving into minimalism was, first of all, don't get rid of everything. So that was sort of what I did. I just thought, okay, I'm gonna get rid of every single thing. For me, minimalism began when I started looking into the fashion industry and the truths behind it, which I'll be sharing a little bit of information on today. I sort of had no idea, or I didn't really look into and research the fashion industry. I had no idea why clothing was so cheap. I had no idea about the fibers of clothing. I had no idea. I pretty much bought so many things from just terrible companies that were selling really cheap stuff and really cheaply made stuff, and it would just break so soon and I would just throw it out or put it into a consignment store, and I wasn't really thinking about all the consequences that those do and the effect on real humans and also the effect on our planet. So when I was looking into different Canadian brands, some American brands, just switching to natural fibers, ethically made, ethically sourced clothing, I had this mentality that all of the clothing that I owned was not good. So I threw everything out. And what I wish that I knew then was that one of the most sustainable things that you can do is to keep the clothing that you have. So if you already have it, you're not further contributing to fast fashion, you're not contributing to waste in the landfill. You're just using what you have. You're not throwing away the stuff that you have. Because even if you put something in the consignment store, it's not guaranteed that, first of all, the thrift store will even put your clothing up. If maybe there's something wrong with the clothing, they likely won't put it up. Second of all, if it doesn't sell, then where do you think it's gonna go? It's gonna go in the landfill. So if you wear the clothing that you have first, well, that's the most sustainable thing that you can do where you are right now. If you're in a space where you are ready to bring more clothing in, then what you want to make sure of first before you're throwing everything out is to make sure that you have everything that you need. So one of the things that I didn't do was I just got rid of everything, like I was saying. So I realized it was about November when I was really purging and getting rid of everything. So I didn't really think about things that I would need for the summertime. So I ended up getting rid of all of my tank tops, and I really like to wear more of a spaghetti strap for the summer. I like to tan, I like to be outside, and I'm not a big fan of tan lines. And I didn't think about the fact that I got rid of all of my tank tops. I just had that mentality that none of my clothing was good enough and that I had to get rid of everything, and that nothing that I owned really felt like me anymore. So I just got rid of everything, basically. So before you do that, take a look at what you have. Maybe make a list of things that you need. Sort your clothing out into categories of tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeves, sweaters, kimono, cardigan style, pants, shorts, whatever you like and whatever you know that you love. Make a list of what you have. And if you have a lot of stuff, then it might be really helpful to first just really get rid of a lot of things, or put a lot of things that you don't like into a separate pile, and then save the things that you feel like you like and create a list from there. So as I was saying before too, while you're going through this, if you feel like you love a piece of clothing and maybe it's not ethically made or maybe it's not natural fibers, If you feel like you love it, then keep it. If it feels like you and you feel really good in it, then keep it, because as I was saying, it's the most sustainable thing to just keep the clothing that you have. Something else that you want to get rid of is the idea that your minimalist wardrobe will be complete when you have one more item. I definitely found that too. I'm still struggling with it. I follow a lot of amazing Canadian ethically made natural fiber brands on Instagram, which I'm really happy about. I'm not gonna unfollow them, but I definitely find myself almost every season that they post something new, I'm like, oh, that would be so nice. And I'm trying to get out of that feeling like I need to have something new. And there's nothing wrong with buying clothes. There's nothing wrong with, if you find something that you really love, there's nothing wrong with buying it. You just want to get out of that mindset of feeling like you will be more when you buy it. Because that's not minimalism. Minimalism is finding happiness with the things that you have now and getting out of that mindset that you need more, to be happier, or whatever it is. The idea that buying things will bring you happiness is a lie. And that's the main thing that you want to get rid of and let go of. So while you're diving into minimalism, it's really good to identify your unique style. So the clothing that you love, the clothing that you feel really good in, and the clothing that you feel is really like you. And it's hard in society because of course we're influenced by different people, we're influenced by the media, we're influenced by so many things that are around us, the people that we walk by, the people that we see. And it can be hard to identify really what you love. But for me, I find the best thing is, okay, what do I actually wear in my wardrobe right now? Odds are you're not wearing most of this stuff that you own. What do you wear? What do you feel really good in? For me, my unique style is that I love comfort. I need to be comfy in my clothing. I almost own nothing that is uncomfortable. Even I own, I'll show you later, yoga jeans, and I find those are super comfortable and I like to wear them out, but the second that I'm home, I take them off. I just love to be comfortable. I can't even imagine wearing jeans that aren't yoga jeans, and that's just me. I'm sure that you'll be different and your style will be different also, so that's what you want to play around with. What do you want to wear? What do you like to wear? What do you feel good in? What will you actually wear? It's pretty cool too that we have the opportunity to dress ourselves and to express ourselves through our clothing. It can be kind of fun to figure out how you want to dress your body and how you want to present yourself to the world. How do you want to dress your little avatar that you're walking around in? Once you've figured out your style and got rid of the stuff that just doesn't feel like you anymore and that you don't love anymore, and you feel ready to invite in other clothing, there are a few things that you can ask yourself. So first, please try to stop supporting fast fashion. It's really bad for the environment. It's really bad for the people that are working and creating the fabric and that are creating the pieces of clothing. They're not being treated properly, and it's really not worth it to pay a little bit less for something at the cost of someone else's well-being, at the cost of the planet's well-being. There are some really amazing companies that I'll be sharing when I go over my spring minimalist wardrobe. Basically, what you want to ask yourself when you're inviting and bringing in a new piece of clothing is, how long will this piece of clothing last? If it's gonna be something that's gonna fall apart and is cheaply made and that will maybe last you one season, it's not worth it. Ask yourself if you really need this. Do I have something exactly like this? And if you have something exactly like this and you're in that position where you want to replace what you already have with something that's ethically made, then that is okay, that's good to replace something. When you bring something in, it's really good to get rid of something. I'm in the process of trying to let go of my fast fashion items that I just don't love anymore. I find I really notice when clothing items aren't naturally fibers. My skin's pretty sensitive, so for me it's better to have clothing that's natural fibers. I just feel better in it. I notice a difference. Ask yourself if you'll love the item years from now and if you'll actually wear it. Because if you're just gonna wear it a couple times and it's just gonna sit in your closet, then it's not worth it. That's another thing that's good about supporting local and ethically made is that it really does make you think about it, because the articles of clothing are a little bit more expensive. The reality is that that is the actual price that clothing should be. These ethically made clothing companies aren't trying to rip you off. They are just paying their employees a living wage and getting good quality material and making good quality products. And that's why things are a little bit more expensive. So it can be a really good thing when things are a little bit more expensive, because it does make you think about it a lot. Will I love this? Will I wear this? Will I feel good in this? Do I have something exactly like this? Am I ready to let that item go and invest in a piece that will last me longer, that I'll feel better in, and that will just be more worth it in the long run? Before I share with you my minimalist spring wardrobe, I just want to share a couple of facts of fast fashion. So I'm just gonna share exactly the facts that I posted on my blog, and you can check it out there with the actual links. The apparel industry accounts for 10% of global emissions and remains the second largest polluter, second only to oil. The world now consumes around 80 billion new pieces of clothing every year. This is 400% more than what we consumed only 2 decades ago. Only 20% of clothes in the average person's closet are worn on a regular basis. With current technologies, it would take 12 years to recycle what the fast fashion industry creates in 48 hours. Over 50% of workers within the fashion industry are not paid the minimum wage in countries like India and the Philippines. While companies try to assure that their workers were paid the minimum wage, in most manufacturing countries such as China, Bangladesh, the minimum wage represents between half to a fifth of the living wage. And last, if the industry doesn't change and it's fashion business as usual, the apparel industry's climate impact is expected to increase 49% by 2030. So it's important to be informed when you're making a purchase. Try to see if the company creates and produces ethically. Usually, if you go to their website, there's probably an About Me section. Companies generally would pride themselves on ethically made clothing for a good reason, so likely if it doesn't say on their website, then it's probably not. For my minimalist wardrobe for spring, I've chosen 20 articles of clothing along with what I'm wearing now. Other than a jacket and a really thick sweater that I have, these will be the only 20 items of clothing besides underwear that I'll be wearing for the rest of springtime. Starting with what I'm wearing now, this kimono is one of my favorite items of clothing. It's from Sam Yoga, made in Toronto, made with natural fibers and made ethically. I got it from the yoga studio that I sub at. Underneath, I am wearing the Brami from Miyakota. So it is an American company. They're ethically made and all natural fibers. It's sort of supposed to be a mixture between a bralette and a cami. It's one of my favorites to wear, especially in the summertime, because as I was saying before, I love the thin straps. I'm not a big fan of tan lines, so I really enjoy wearing this, and during springtime I'll wear it with something over top. These pants I got while I was traveling to Australia. I believe that they're made in India. I got it a long time ago, so 2016 is when I was traveling to Australia. I got it then. I was teaching Kundalini yoga then and have been for some time now, so I really liked the whites. and I like how it's high rise and it's natural fibers also. Another shirt that I love to wear is the Andie Bra from Free Label. So it's one of my favorite companies. As you can see on the back here, it's a v-neck, so I can actually wear it both ways. I really don't have a favorite. I love it both ways. The Andie Bra gives a little bit of cleavage for people that don't have any, like me. It's a bit compressive. It's definitely one of my favorite items of clothing. I would definitely recommend Free Label. They're a Canadian company. Everything is ethically sourced, ethically made, and I've been really happy with the items of clothing that I've got. Also, I want to note that nothing on this video is sponsored. I just love these companies. I went out of my way to find these companies and I love them, and I'm excited to share them with you. Another bra that I love from Free Label is their Thompson Bra. So here's the one in white. Again, it's the same thing, the back and the front. So the back in this one is a scoop neck instead of the v-neck. It's definitely a lot less compressive than the other. So if I'm wearing it to lounge around the house, I definitely prefer the Thompson Bra. Between the three bras that I showed you, that's pretty much all that I wear for bras. And I usually just wear them as a top. I like to wear crop tops with high-waisted pants. This, I can't actually remember the company, and it doesn't say on the actual company, but I got them from the yoga studio again that I teach at, Pranashanti. I'll link it below. They might have them in stock. They're selling some stuff online right now, so they might have that in stock. Hopefully you'll be able to find that there. I don't think it's made in Canada, but it is. I was looking it up. It's ethically made and it's natural fibers, and I really love to wear it. I don't know if you can see, but it's nice and flowy and it sits nice and high, so I enjoy wearing it. And I'll wear it either with this kimono or this pink kimono that I got from Lost in Layers. So they're also a Canadian company, also ethically made. I'm a huge fan of kimonos. As you can see, I just find they're nice and flowy and they're nice and light. So I'll wear these also in the summertime when I want a little bit of protection from the sun, and I wear them over top of my bathing suit. This is an outfit that I would wear more if I was going out somewhere. So during quarantine, I am more than likely to not wear it. So these are my yoga jeans, which I can move around in them and I feel comfortable in them, but they are a little bit constricting, so I wouldn't necessarily wear them if I was just staying at home and lounging. So I'm wearing this again with that pink kimono. And this is another spaghetti strap. It's from a company called Pact. So as I was saying before, I try to just support Canadian companies, but I was looking for spaghetti straps for a while, and I was at Whole Foods and they had this shirt and another shirt that I'll show later. There were two articles of clothing that I really wanted. It was organic, and I looked up the company. It says it's made in India. They say that they pride themselves on being ethically made, so I made the decision and I bought it. And I do like it. It is a little bit compressive, especially during quarantine, but I do like this. I'd wear it more on a day where I'm going out and doing something. So this is another shirt that's from Free Label. So as you can see, it kind of dips down and covers the butt, dips down and covers the front, and sort of gives a nice shape for the hips. I'm wearing this with the yoga jeans still, and I'm wearing the Thompson Bra underneath. It fits really nicely underneath, so that's usually what I wear it with. It's also something that I can put the kimono over top of that's nice and light and gives me a little bit more belly room than that cami that I just showed you. One of my favorite pieces of clothing is this long sleeve shirt from Encircled. They are a Toronto company, ethically made. They're one of my favorites, definitely. So this one goes down nice and low, and it's a little bit higher at the front. I find it just gives really nice coverage. It feels so soft. It's made with Modal. I believe that they still sell this, so I'll link below their website for you to check them out. They're a really good company, and I'm a huge fan of their clothing. This is actually one of the first pieces that I've got that was ethically made. One of my favorite pieces to wear when it's a little colder over top of this is this poncho from Blondie, which is also a Canadian company. I'm a huge fan. I love this poncho. It's probably one of my favorite pieces of clothing. As you can see, you can wear it like a scarf, or you can place it over more like a poncho. So it's really good if you're going for a longer walk and you don't know if it's gonna be warmer or colder. See how much it covers in the back? So you can just start if it's cold like this, and then if it gets hot while you're walking, you can change and put it more like this so that your arms are open. It's one of my favorites. It's nice and cozy. You can wear it also in the winter time or the fall just to keep a little bit warmer or cooler summer nights at the cottage or something. I wanted to add this shirt too. It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but it is made with organic cotton. I don't really remember where it's from. I probably should have looked at that before, but I got it from Whole Foods sort of a while ago. And it's just what I throw on if I have dishes to do or chores around the house and there's a chance of maybe getting my clothing dirty. I try not to wash my clothing that much. I always hand wash. I'm extra careful with them because I love my clothing. I have invested a little bit more into my clothing, so I am more cautious about what I'm doing. Another one of my favorite items of clothing is this shirt. It's another shirt from Encircled, and it's all natural fibers. It feels so soft, and I've had it for years and it's really held up. It's also a multi-way clothing, so it can be worn in 3 different ways. This is the first one, and this is my favorite way to put it. You just tie it on the back. I'll wear it if I'm going out somewhere. I'll usually wear it with my yoga jeans. I've worn it for travel a lot. I always take this with me when I travel just because it is a multi-way piece. When you're looking for clothing, it's really good to look for those multi-way pieces because it's one item of clothing, just one article, but you can wear it 3 different ways. So it's almost like owning 3 shirts, but with less clutter. The second way to wear this is there's a clip on the back. You just clip it up, put it around your neck, and it's just another shirt. I'm wearing it with a Brami. You can wear it with any kind of bralette or tank top underneath. It feels a little bit cooler to wear it this way. I do prefer the other way, but I do wear it this way sometimes. So I actually lied to you when I said 3, it's actually 4. This is a cardigan, so you can wear it pretty much with anything underneath, any way that you want to wear a cardigan. This is the way with the back's done up. You can take the back out, unclip it, and it's just a loose and long cardigan. So nice and flowy, really nice material. I wish you could just feel the material because it's so soft. Next up is a sweater that I got again from Pact. This is what I got that one day at Whole Foods. It's organic cotton. As I was saying before, I like to support the Canadian companies and prefer to, but I really wanted a pink sweater, and just when I saw this, I was like, yep, that's the one. So I'm wearing this right now with my yoga jeans. More often than not, when I'm wearing this pink shirt, I'm wearing it with my orange pants. And that's mostly because it's springtime. I've been liking the colors, and when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up, it just feels good to wear colors. I don't own a lot of colors in my wardrobe, so when I do, it's when I want to feel a little bit creative and access that side of me. So I wear it with this scarf that I got in 2012. So I've had it for a long time. I got it with my best friend. I have no idea where we got it from, but it's lasted me this long and I really love it. These pants are from Dag & Stacey, which is another Canadian company. These are really comfy. They're made with linen, and you can wear it with pretty much any shirt. I like to wear something tucked in. This is the Jamie tee again. I'm wearing it with the Brami. Because it's high-rise too, I would also wear it just alone with one of my bralettes. It is one of my favorites and something that I love to wear. Orange was always my favorite color growing up, so whenever I wear it, I feel like I'm in tune with that creative inner child. That brings me to another one of my favorite pieces of clothing. I've been wearing this cardigan for basically all of quarantine. It's so comfy, it's so long, it just covers me right up. I feel safe in it, I feel supported, and I also just feel like myself. I feel like it's a piece of clothing that really feels like me, and I love it. So I'm not gonna show you again all of the shirts that I was wearing when I was wearing the kimonos, but basically I can wear this with anything. I wear it with all the bralettes, all the shirts, anything that I wear. You can usually find me with this on top of it, all cozied up. It's from Twist & Weber. They are an Ottawa local company and they are amazing, and I would definitely recommend them. If you can get one of these longer cardigans, get one and I promise you that you'll love it. I just have 2 more items of clothing in my pile. This one is a romper. It's made out of silk. I got it years ago, like maybe, definitely at least 6 years ago. I was at a Mother concert and they had, it was a thrift store, and I just saw it and I knew that I needed it. And it's not really something that I reach for right away. It's definitely more of a spring outfit. It's nice and comfy. I don't know why I don't wear it as much. So I'm gonna try this spring to wear it a little bit more. I love it with this sweater or with my pink kimono. Last, but certainly not least, is one of my favorite things and pretty much what I've been wearing for this whole quarantine, which is my Smash Test romper. And if you don't own one yet, I would definitely recommend it. They are so comfy. I'm often wearing it with this cardigan just because it covers everything. I can cover myself up. Mostly every day I'm wearing this romper until whenever it needs to be washed or until I want to wear something else. This is definitely one of my favorite things to wear. Before we wrap up today, I want to share with you some of the things that I'm going to be getting rid of when this quarantine is over. Thrift stores aren't really accepting anything right now, so for a few items it gives me a chance to really think about it. I'm still wearing this romper. I put it back on and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm wearing for the rest of the day. First of all, there's these shorts. I don't really know if they were meant to be pajama shorts or just regular gym shorts, but they're just really loose on me now. I was wearing them as pajama shorts, but I invested in a new pair and I just don't need these anymore. I'm gonna try to go through this pretty quickly. This is a shirt that I have had for a really long time. It was from Gap. I have another turquoise shirt that I'll be showing you in my summer wardrobe. I never wear this shirt, so I'm getting rid of that one. This shirt I am getting rid of just because I got the kimono, the white kimono, and I just find since I've got that I haven't been reaching for it. I used to really like it because it was a light thing to wear, but now I don't like it as much. I'm not a huge fan of the bottom and I find it to be a little bit itchy to wear lace. Another shirt that I'm getting rid of is my Dula Canada shirt. I was a little bit sad about this because Dula Canada did bring me a lot. I learned so much from them. I just recently got accepted into midwifery, which I'm so excited about. This shirt I was thinking about getting rid of before anyways, just because it's not really my style anyways. I didn't ever wear it unless I was trying to advertise myself as a doula. P.S. If you're looking for a doula program, Dula Canada, I would definitely recommend. Again, not sponsored. This shirt, I'm gonna take my time. I'm putting it in the pile of getting rid of, and I'm going to make sure that it feels right after this quarantine. I just haven't been wearing it. I do like it, but I have a lot of white shirts and I wanted to get rid of at least one of my white shirts. I just don't wear it as much. I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm gonna put it in my pile, put it away from the main clothes that I wear, and then if I find by the end of the quarantine that I'm reaching towards it, then I'll go for it. Another thing, sorry grandma, is one of my Christmas pajamas that I just don't wear anymore. It's just kind of itchy to wear it, so I don't wear it. I have other pajamas and I haven't been wearing it. Last piece of clothing is this cardigan, and I feel bad about it because it's really soft and it was gifted to me by one of my yoga students and it was so kind of her, but it's not ethically made and it's not natural fibers, and I just don't I don't love it, but I appreciate the thought of it a lot, so it's difficult for me to let go of, but I don't wear it enough, so it's gonna be in my pile of stuff to get rid of. I wanted to donate 10 items. For the other 2, it's this Buddha statue, which again, if I feel like I want to keep it, then I will. I set it in my altar space, which is behind me, work in progress. I set it there and I just don't get the same feeling when I'm meditating and I'm looking at it. I really want a piece from some divine feminine woman or goddess, something that really gets me in tune with my goddess self is what I've been trying to embody myself. So I love the teachings of the Buddha, but to get into that state of meditation and embodiment that I want right now, I feel like a goddess statue would be a little bit more in line with my meditation practice. So here's another piece too, and my room used to be orange, and I really still love orange, but I'm finding that my room, my space, I'm wanting more pink lately, so this just doesn't really go with it as much, and you can see it's really collected dust. I don't know if you can see because it's a little bit dark. It's collected a lot of dust. There's a quote from the Buddha that says, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you'll be successful." And it's a quote that's really got me by, because I'll share in a different post about my journey to becoming a midwife. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to find success in money, and I needed that reminder that success is found from happiness and not from how much money you're making or how high or thought upon your career is. Thanks again for taking the time to watch my video, for liking and subscribing to my account. I will be posting weekly videos. I've been feeling so inspired by YouTube, and I really appreciate you taking this time to watch this video. It's been a lot of fun going through the process of filming and editing videos, and I'm so looking forward to it. As I was saying too, I just got accepted into the midwifery program, so I'm starting in the fall. I would love to share a little bit about my journey to becoming a midwife. I'm so excited to be doing this. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.